Just check we're live. That looks like it. Alright, hello and welcome to another PS4 Global Series Tier 2 race. We're here for round 11 at the United States Grand Prix. And we're nearly 4 minutes into qualifying. No laps on the board just yet, although we do have, looks like a couple of guys on flying laps, so we'll get some times posted in just a second. My name's Plebs. I'm joined tonight by Jed, aka Curving Texas. How are you, Jed?
Yeah, not too bad. Should be a nice little race here. Hopefully the weather stays fine, and we'll see how we go.
Yeah, that's it. Apparently, I already actually have some inside information about the weather, and apparently it's going to be dry, so no rain in virtual Texas today, so drivers won't have to worry about that.
There we go.
So, yeah.
ACW off the flyer there, 31.8 already on those softs, so it looks like everyone is out there on the softs, apart from Lunacy and James Cruz on mediums.
Might get some,
Spec.
Track data and whatnot up. There we go, we can see. There we go. Cool. So 31.8 provisional pole at the moment. BK close behind. Must be says Stereogram joined. I'm not sure who that is, but hopefully they leave. Yeah, a couple of guys on the mediums, as I said. Lunacy and James Cruz both Williams, so interesting that they might be going for ultimate strategy or something. But it is pretty comfortable soft to medium or medium to soft race, this one. Not too much in the way of tyre deg, although the softs go off fairly quickly. The mediums tend to last long time. Expert goes to the top with a 31.4, which is quite an improvement on ACW's time. So could ACW be knocked off his perch here, off his pole position streak? Come to an end today, so we'll see.
Yeah, I was just looking to see if Debut Carbon was in again, and he is. He's just in a different car this week, so from what I saw last time I watched, or commentated. But yeah, so...
I was trying to see who that was. Looked like a Red Bull was spun around, but I missed it, unfortunately. But I think we might have El Tonki on a lap here. Oh, he locks up and gets massive slide through turn 1 there. Oh no, it wasn't turn 1, it was turn 13, I think. The one before the big straight. But he's pushing very hard in the Mercedes. His teammate has on provisional pole. El Tonki with his season best result last week in, I think it was P5, did P5 or 6, did very well.
Yeah.
At Monaco.
Unfortunately for him, this lap looks like it's a bit of a ride-off. Something might have happened early on, because he's already up to a minute 36 coming through the long right-handers.
Yep.
But I'm sure he'll be...
No, runs really wide there. I think he's going to box into the pits, so we'll try and pick someone else. Bodhod is in for a race tonight. That's good to see.
Yeah, he'll be on that wheel as well, I'd say. I think he'll be on the wheel. I'd say so.
Goes 5th place with 33.1. Not too bad. Bit of a gap though, must be said. Top 2, and then maybe BK on a bit of an island at the moment in the low 32s. So yeah, we'll have to see. Big Dog actually, high 32. And where is our mate Breno? There he is. He's yet to set a lap. It looks like he's... Actually, we're right on board with Breno for this one.
Just started his lap, hey?
So it goes through turn 1. You can take a fair bit of that apex curb. Cut the corner slightly. Now, here's the trickiest part of the track. The S's actually opts to downshift.
Very nice there, I think.
Pretty nice through there. You really flick it through. That's the purple first sector, actually. So very nice through there. Patient on the throttle in that corner. Now you floor it down over the hill. Doesn't take it the apex there on that last little bend. Brake about 65 metres. More apex curve. That's very nice. Short shifting up to the DRS line. I think he's on a pretty decent lap here. He would have got free slipstream on the car on the left there, but didn't use them. Coming out to the second sector split here. And didn't go purple, but should be a decent lap. Ooh, maybe runs a bit wide there. Okay, the last couple of corners, easy to invalidate both the last corners. Either on entry and exit here, he's managed to keep it within the white lines. And then this apex as well, if you cut it too much. So he's managed to avoid those pitfalls and goes third fastest, nearly sneaks it in the 31s, but that is a 32.091. Good enough for P3 at the moment, behind his teammate. So pretty tidy lap there from Breno. We've got debut Carbon in the Ferrari today, and he doesn't have much ERS left, but it looks like he's pushing. Bodhod is on the pad as well, but he's had no practice, so see how he goes. So he's not on the wheel. So he might actually be a bit of a threat tonight. He does have good race pace, Bodhod. Watching him in some other leagues. Definitely.
So, well, I raced with him in Diamond in this, and he stole the show that day and ran away with it. See how he goes. I was going to say as well, Breno's lap right at the end of it unfortunately did run out of ERS through that last sector. But, so it looks like he does have the pace then to obviously jump ACW's time. I'm just on board with BK here.
We're on board with we're on board with El Tonki, just invalidated though. He might be a bit frustrated at the moment. Ellison, ACW. Wow. Goes one better than Expert. 0.12 of a second quicker than Expert. So very close at the top between those two, who have been, must be said, joined at the hip at most rounds this season. That has been the main focal point of this series, the battle between ACW and Expert. Breno last week got the better of both of them and got his first win. So through some unfortunate events with the safety car, ACW passing the safety car a couple of times. So
yellow flags in all the sectors at the moment, apparently.
I think it's just cars getting out of the way and going slow. But BK goes very wide there, and that's an invalidation. He won't be happy with that. He tries to get in the pits there. That's a little bit naughty, but qualifying, so it should be fine. 6 minutes left in the session. Lunacy's put it in P5, which is a good lap for him.
Yeah, he did start on those mediums for that first lap and then dropped down to the softs. So he just obviously wanted to have a look at and see what pace everyone else had before he chucked those softs on. Be interesting to see here if he's coming through this. Okay, he's coming into pits on these ones. So
we've got another reserve driver, Tanguo, in the racing point tonight. He's teamed up with Dan. Dan's their regular driver. He's just starting a lap now, but other racing point driver, Baboon Jay, actually has a race ban for this round for reaching the 9 license points required to get your first race ban of the season. We're only up to round 11, so you'll need to keep it clean for the rest of the year to actually finish the season. So hopefully the race ban has that effect on him. But otherwise Tango might get that seat permanently. We'll have to see. So we've still got 5 drivers yet to set a time. Both Red Bulls as well, surprisingly. Yeah,
so Suspect's been out on the hards, but obviously didn't post a lap time there, and both of them are out on their outlaps now. So I'm not sure if he's got the mediums on Suspect now. So bit of a weird one. He thinks he might have enough pace, obviously, to go in the top 10 on those mediums, unless he's going to just... Ooh. Dan the race has just lost the rear end there on his lap. I wasn't sure how it was going, but...
I think he's still going. I'm not sure if he's going to improve, though. Is he going to dive into the pits? He's not.
I think he's going to get this one together.
He does improve by 4 tenths. So
moves him up one position.
Yeah, one position for it's quite 4 tenths is quite a big gain, but for one position, I won't be too happy about that. But
I think that might be session over nearly as well. He's going to have to push pretty hard to get around here and or do what he's doing.
Yep. Look, we might look away while he does that, but
yeah, I didn't see anything, to be honest.
El Tonki, Reedy, and Ken's on an outlap. Aussie's on an outlap on mediums, as he said. So, oh, sorry, he's on a lap on mediums. So, we'll see how this goes for him. But both Red Bulls need a clutch lap here with the clock ticking down. They're not going to be able to get back in the pits for another run. So this is going to be their one and only timed qualifying lap. So they really need to make it count.
Experts on a lap here as well. Coming through the last sector now. Didn't quite see what his sector time was at the end of the second sector. It didn't show me anything, but he looks like he's pushing pretty hard here. He's still got a little bit of earth to play with, but I think he might run out coming out this last corner. He's going to want to...
Just about out, isn't he? Oh, he's nearly binned it! Oh, and he has binned it.
He would have been on for it. He would have been on for pole then, I reckon, as well. He definitely lost more than a tenth and a half.
No, he'd be
and that's going to be it. He won't be happy with that.
No, he won't be able to go faster. So what's Aussie going to do? He's coming up to the final corner now. He's derating. There's no battery. Oh, he's invalidated! Just disaster for the Red Bull. He's going to start last. So, unless he's got another lap to... Oh, he might be able to do another lap here, because he is on the mediums, luckily.
What's his hers looking like? He's got about
half full, but he's in zero. He's running zero, so he hasn't gone again.
He thinks he's going to get another lap in after this one, so he's saving his hers and he's going to go mediums. Mediums.
Yeah, okay, so yep, that's probably not too bad of an idea, really. Hopefully he's got the fuel to do that as well.
BKXI here on a very nice lap. This
Ken's
could put him
across
top
the line. Ken goes 12th. BK will jump 2 now. And Dangan's retired. He's not going to be able to get another lap in.
He's got to keep this clean. We saw him run wide last time through here. It's a bit better.
Yep. Expert's retired too. He won't be able to get another lap in. And BK goes 2. Nearly 3 tenths quicker, but stays 4th. Such is the gap behind him. Breno also in the last sector at the moment. ACW is on an outlap, so he will get a final run as well. He's using all his tyres. Oh, I think Breno's backed out here actually. He's still got another minute, so he might be looking to go again or not. I'm not sure. BK, I assume, is done. Bodhod, he's coming in turn 1, so I think he just finished the lap.
He just finished his lap. He went 4 tenths faster, so he moved up, I think, 2 positions.
Right.
Lunacy coming through the last couple of corners, about to start his lap, so he's going to get one late one here. And we've seen he's kind of got some pace. Big gap up to 4th though, so...
Alright, so last of the drivers. I think he will be the very last. Maybe Reedy. Reedy might be the last one across the line.
And Suspect has retired the car, so no lap by him today, unfortunately.
No lap for him. He will start 19th as it is now. So Breno's done, BK is done. Lunacy, we might ride on board with Lunacy, see how his laps go. Oh, he invalidates as soon as we do that, so we cursed him.
And ACW is down by 1.5 tenths through the first sector, so this track's obviously not getting any better towards the end of the session. No one's really improving by enough to move them up places here, so who else have we got that we can... What's
Insulator's on a lap. Tanguy is on a lap. They're both on the straight at the moment. Tanguy coming in to the final sector now. Pretty nice through there. He's up nearly 5/10, so this will push him up quite a bit if he can hang on to this.
Just rolled out as well.
So he might even jump into the top 5 here, Tanguy, if he can nail the rest of this lap. So we'll follow him, see if he can manage that.
He's got Urs to play with here, so he should be able to make it to the line with this, I reckon.
It should be a decent improvement, you would think. Oh, a bit swirly. He improves by 5/10 and does make the top 5. In 5th position.
Wow. I thought he might have lost a little bit there coming out of that last corner. It was a bit tight and a bit squirrely, so, but yeah, very nice lap in the end there by Tango. Moves him onto the 3rd row.
Yep. And I think that's going to be it. I don't think anyone else is on a lap. So ACW, his streak continues, but only by 1/10 of a second. So very, very close at the top. Expert will be kicking himself. He might have had it if it wasn't for that really bad exit out of the last corner. He just got a little bit impatient. Might have been a bit overexcited by the delta if he was up quite a bit, which is easy enough to do. And,
definitely.
Yeah, just ruined his lap, unfortunately. But P2 still on the front row, and yeah, not a bad place to be on the inside, running into turn 1, as we saw Kimi Räikkönen in 2018 take the lead from P2 off Hamilton and run away with the race, basically. So it can be done. But that's the grid today. ACW with another pole position expert on the front row with him. Breno and BK on the 2nd row. Tango and Lunacy on the 3rd row. Bodhod and Big Donga, maybe a bit down the order for his standards. Usually in the top 5 in qualifying. And we've got Installator and Debut Carbon rounding out the top 10. Down the race they can in 12th. He might be a bit disappointed in that. Both those guys actually usually top 10 runners. So Carmos, Pencil, 13th to 14th. Laquita, 15th, James Cruz, 16th. El Tonki, Reedy and Aussie all didn't set a time, so pretty disappointing for all those guys. They'll need a good recovery in the race. I'm not sure what's going on here. I can't continue.
Yeah, neither.
Can I exit? What's going on? Are we glitched?
Nah, I think it's... Yes, no time limit counting down here. It's a bit weird.
Yeah, I usually get timed out before I get to 10th place, but...
I was just going to say as well, the grid is pretty spread in terms of time. Like it's a 1 minute 30 mid one, like 1 minute 31 for pole, and that's down to nearly 2 seconds behind in 10th. So I know you've got some fast runners up the front there, but we'll see how we go today if we get through this qualifying session.
Alright, I'm not quite sure what's going on, whether we're just stuck on this screen. Oh, BK left. Oh no.
He's going to miss out there as well, isn't he?
Hopefully not.
It's better get someone to try and invite him.
Yeah. I'm sure the league coordinators will be all over that. Oh no, he's not on the grid. Going to be on the grid though, is he? His car's not going to be on the grid. You're kidding. Oh no. I'll just jump in the Oh, I have to be quick.
10 seconds for the session. Sucks that we can't invite. They need to make it so the spectators can invite.
Yeah, it's a bit of a silly thing, that. And
yeah,
like the amount of times
his car's not
BK's car's not there, so he unfortunately will miss the US Grand Prix. It's just an unfortunate glitch. That's why we said don't click ready. I'm not quite sure what's happening. Yeah, I think we have to press on. Unfortunately, just one driver affected, so just horrid luck for BK. He was looking forward to this round as well.
Yeah, said he'd done a lot of practice here.
Is his car on the grid? No, he's in the pits. So hang on, if he can get in...
Seems if it makes him start from pit lane. I'd like to see that, actually. Yeah, no, it's a big shame. So, I mean, I guess we'll see. If he can get back in this session, I haven't seen this happen, so I'll try and...
I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I think he needs a miracle at this point.
Definitely. We know he is kind of prone to some internet disconnection, but yeah, big shame for him. He felt like he had some good pace, from what I heard pre-race weekend, so be interesting to see here. We've got no one on that, is it the inside? I think it's the inside of the second row, so it'd be good for Lunacy. He'll have a nice run there, and Tango will have some space. But also Breno won't have to watch his inside as much. So, is that both the McLarens back on the grid? Sure is. Very slow through this last sector here. Trying to bunch the pack up. Doesn't like this. The expert really won't be happy with this, I don't reckon. As you can see, he's moving forward, trying to... I think this is only going to hurt ACW the most here. Expert has warmed his tyres up a little bit there. ACW's kind of just rolled it all the way from that hairpin in the middle, the last sector there, so... I'm going to go bold prediction here. I want to see Bodhold make it up to the podium. See how he goes today. But I think we might see Aussie Suspect make his way up through the field here. He'll be on a different strategy. I haven't actually got up what the tyres are. So yeah, he's starting on the mediums. There's 4 drivers on the mediums.
We've got 5 red lights.
It's a nice
and
start.
Away we go from... Oh, Expert! Oh. He has done a Kimi Räikkönen. He's stolen the lead off the start. And there's... there's Donga nearly around. Bit of carnage there. Some Ferrari's going...
How far is he wide. Up? Camos is in 4th spot here and he started on the mediums.
Wow. Okay, he might have got a penalty. I'm not quite sure, but they all
9 spots.
Like come through clean then. Expert leads.
He's got 2 warnings. Collision and exceeding track limit. So. Oh, it's a nice run onto the straight here from ACW. You might see him pounce here. Obviously doesn't have DRS, but just not enough in the straight line.
Yeah, so these two...
Nice move by Tango in the background there. Donga's having a field day with Camos here. He's not enjoying this. They both kind of squeezed each other wide, and then Tango snuck through on him. And now Bodhod's done the same thing. So, yeah, I think you'll see a bit of words after this race. The 2 McLarens, they've just hit each other and spun.
Oh no! As we do see that on the screen there. Oh. It's so unlucky for those guys. They will be running last now. Wait, there was a... Oh, it was debut carbon. He's missing end plates, this debut carbon, so I'll go start
pushing on as well.
But ACW hot on the heels of Expert. These two renewal rivalries yet again. Breno P3. Can he hang on to the front runners? There's more yellow flags. Who's dropped down? It's Camos. He's dropping like a stone. He's in the wall. Quite sure why. Oh, he's around too. So he'll need to get going again. But here we go. On lap 2.
Not a good start for those McLarens and Ferraris. Both teams drop right to the back now. Suspect up to 10th from 19th on the grid, so good start from him. He's the leading medium runner as well.
So you can see their position changes. Oh, as ACW has
very defensive
around the outside. Expert, a bit defensive there. He goes defensive on the inside again, which means he'll be wide through the next part to carry momentum, but keeps position. So these guys are ready. 2.3 seconds up the road from Breno. So it might be a 2-horse race here at the USA Circuit of Americas ACW fastest lap of the Grand Prix.
Yeah, oh, and that's Big Donga around as well. Just seen it on the mini map there. So unfortunate again for the Sauber drivers, or the Alfa Romeo drivers. Early.
So he'll be able to go on the hard tyres to the end, but hards aren't really the best. You'll have to go for the safety car.
I think the main trouble for the leaders at this point, obviously, if we do see safety cars, it'll change the whole game up. But sorry, did something happen there? Yeah,
Ken just got around El Tonki.
Oh, Aussie's. Oh, that's a good save. Aussie suspect. I was on board with him, just watching him. Yeah, he lost the rear through 7. I think it's turn 7 or 8.
Yep.
Yeah. So he kept going. I was just going to say, I think he's the real one to watch here in this race for the win, apart from the front two. So
wow. Okay.
Very
up 10 positions already.
Yeah.
Reedy up 8 as well. Good starts from them. James Cruz running in 11th. So not bad from him. He's trying to go down the outside of
ACW might have... No, okay, don't worry. Just a bit of lag on my end there. I thought ACW was gone into the wall. He's dropped back a little bit here.
James Cruz and Ken absolutely going at it. James looking for a way around. He's actually on the soft tyre, so he will be a bit faster than Ken right now.
Ooh. Bodhod up to 4th now. See if he can push on and try and catch Breno here, so...
Yeah, absolutely. Tango as well. Is El Tonki having a look at James. It's a good little battle for the minor placings down here. We will jump up as Tango and Lunacy are going at it for P5 and 6. And
ACW.
Tango has got him. Tango has got Lunacy for P5. Oh, they're side by side though. Little bit of contact. No! Lunacy goes around the outside. Oh!
And he lets him. He lets him out of the position there. That was good racing though between the two of them. But Lunacy's struggling a little bit here. Apart from that, he picked up his penalty just a little bit before, and Bothod's way up the road now. 2.2 seconds.
Yeah, wow. So Bothod's showing
back at
some
the front.
pace.
ACW might have a move here. He is.
Alright, we'll go on board. Oh no, we won't. That's not... Yep, that's a good view.
Here we go. Nice run out of the corner.
To the inside. Is he going to have a look? Expert just about leaves enough space, yeah. Expert was a bit swirly though. Is he going to go defensive here? Yes, he is. They're going to be side by side.
I feel like his DRS was just open through that corner.
Oh, okay. Does he have a DRS issue, Expert?
I'm not too certain. I'll just record that and double check. I swear I saw it close as he was coming through that corner. Might have just been from my view.
He does have DRS again. He'll have it running up to turn 1. Is the... I don't think it's going to be close enough to make a move there. James Cruz with a penalty. Expert goes defensive anyway.
Around the outside here. Ambitious, but
no
close
space
the door there.
Never alongside. So I'll follow him through this twisty section. It might be a battle of who can keep their race clean from penalties.
Yeah, definitely. We have seen that happen a lot in these sorts of races, so they're always nose to tail and fighting each other all the way to the end, but you've got to keep it clean with your penalties and track limits.
Actually got a great run. I would maybe go for
it. Oh, he has. No, Expert's gone wide
let him go. That's letting go. He wanted the DRS. He's happy to follow. But ACW's will have the DRS, so bit of a brain fart, I'd say, from Expert there, thinking he'd get DRS, but it's not quite how it works. The detection zone's up the hill.
Oh, jeez.
That was a risky decision by Expert, because if ACW can gap him now, and he'll need to hang on to him. Oh, he goes inside. Oh, it was a little bit of contact.
But nothing there, yeah. This is only going to be helping Breno. He's not really pulled. Oh, he has pulled in. He just pulled in 4/10 just then.
And look, I think ACW's got Expert already.
That was very wide there, so he might have picked up a warning, ACW, but as long as Expert stays in DRS, though, he can pull it. Like, look at that. He's pulled it back in under. It keeps changing. We know how ambitious Expert can be on the brakes. Same with ACW. They're very competitive racers, especially considering how close rivals they are in this league. So,
yeah, it's all going to come down.
Now we see. Oh,
you see the gap between Expert and Breno, about 3 seconds at the moment. Fastest first sector for Expert.
He's pulling back in here.
So he's right on ACW now.
He's just obviously having a look. So just in case he knows where ACW is fast now. He's had that lap behind him. So it'll be interesting to see if he makes a move here, goes back into the lead, and tries to hold it from now on. But we know this race isn't over yet, because these two have got too much pace against each other.
Yeah. So I've said it a couple of times before in previous races, but I think the big difference between these guys, at most tracks, they're really, really close, with one or the other having the edge, but it just seems to be that ACW looks after his battery management, or has better battery management than Expert, and that allows him to pull gaps at crucial times and get out of DRS when he needs to. So Expert tends to use his battery a lot. So I think that's probably the difference between them. Other than that, they're pretty even pace-wise. So you see here, Expert's got DRS and is in overtake, but he's not actually going to make an overtake. So it's just kind of wasted battery.
And ACW is sitting in 0 there down that straight, exactly, from what I saw.
And he's got 50%, whereas Expert has 25, so... Haven't seen a penalty from either of these guys yet, but
double check the warnings on both of them.
Closest battle on track at the moment. Well, Reedy and Ken are actually sticking together pretty closely as well. It's just a good little battle. And then Pencil actually made his way back up to P11 after an early crash.
Yeah, and he didn't stop either, so...
Yeah, so he must have escaped damage and just had a bit of a recovery drive, which is good. El Tonki...
Aussie's
hot on his heels. Aussie is always...
He's up to 6th.
Oh, up to 6th already, on mediums as well. So he's going to be very quick at the end.
Move here from Expert down the inside.
And ACW, yep. Oh, there's no room there. ACW let him have that one. Expert, yeah, see, used a lot of battery to get past.
Definitely, and there. He's very defensive through this last sector, Expert. But 2 warnings for Expert from what I've seen, and ACW has 1, so marginal advantage there on that. But
look,
Breno's closing in here.
I'd be very surprised. I'd be very surprised if either of them went the whole race without a penalty. I think.
Oh, definitely.
Already having 2 warnings for Expert, who's
bad corner there from Breno.
He's going to struggle to keep that clean the rest of the race. Big challenge for him.
If there is no safety car here, Aussie's in a really nice position. He's going to be able to hold track position, and he's making his way through the field pretty nicely. He's still pulling in on Tango, so it's going to be a good battle here, I reckon.
Yep. So I kind of lost track of what lap we're up to, but this is definitely pit territory. Actually, ACW's got the green light on his pit, so will he be in? Because the soft tyres go off really quickly. They kind of fall off a cliff, and the undercut here is huge. I think it's I think it's actually the biggest undercut on the whole game out of all the circuits. I think it can be anywhere from 1.5 to 2.5 seconds, depending on traffic to undercut. So it's absolutely massive advantage. So you really need to be pitting before your tyres go off. So lap 7, lap 8 is the key time. So both these guys...
Yeah, Expert losing it a little bit out of that corner. But like you said, ACW's just been sitting behind. He's got 83% ERS. He's got a move on the inside here.
I think the Expert let him go again.
I think he wants to pit here. Huh? He went back at him there, so...
Okay. Who's pitting?
No one's pitting.
No one.
Breno, under 2 seconds again now.
But Breno's not pinning either, so all these guys... Oof. Going again.
Breno. The interesting thing is, obviously, Breno's ACW's teammate, so he's not going to be able to pit this lap if ACW wants to pit. So he's going to have to do that extra lap. So maybe you should have ducked in them. We see Installator coming in first of the top 10.
Yep.
I saw James come in last lap and go into those mediums, but
I would have pitted that lap.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think lap 8 is the optimal lap to pit.
So, if this is helping anyone, it is helping Aussie Suspect. The longer these guys stay out on these softs for, obviously battling as well, they're only hurting themselves. And Breno's nearly in DRS. It's 1.3 seconds. So if we see a move here, he is definitely close enough ACW.
Yeah,
so if he gets a nice run here, he's going to make a move.
Yeah, he's got 90% battery. Compared to Expert's got 9, so that's the difference I was talking about earlier. But Expert goes defensive and he's hung on. He's kept the lead of the Grand Prix.
Yeah, look at ACW. He's up to 100% ERS again. He's running 0 down those straights. He doesn't want to. So I think you'll find him do the opposite of what Expert does, no matter what here.
And use all that battery.
With that extra ERS, yeah. So even though that undercut, like we said, is very good and very effective.
Expert needs to pit this lap or he's going to lose the Grand Prix.
I think for his team, yeah.
If Expert doesn't pit here, he's going to lose the Grand Prix. And
ACW comes in.
I think that's going to be the Grand Prix.
Yep.
You watch how big this undercut is going to be. It's going to be 2 seconds.
Well, I think Breno will be happy with that. He's got some pace on him still. He's under a second to Expert now, so Expert's definitely losing out here with his tyres.
I should have pitted
Boardhot stays out. A lot of people didn't pit there, which was very interesting. ACW, the only one out of the leaders, so...
Where's he going to come out? But that's key as well. If he comes out in clear air, he's got clear air. Okay, this is going to be bad for Expert. He's going to have regrets over that decision after the Grand Prix, I'm sure. But yeah, Breno's right on the back of him. Breno might even get him this lap.
I think he will.
Expert's got hardly any battery, just 10% going into that braking zone.
76% for Breno now. And he's got him easy.
Yeah, we're right on board.
Masterclass here from Toro Rosso for both their drivers.
Expert's not even going to defend this one, he's just going to let it go. But yeah, Expert's going to really regret. Although, unless there's a safety car now. If there's
no
safety
damage,
car
it's
now,
just a
then
spin, so it shouldn't be.
Okay, yeah, we're green. We're green again. We're green. But yeah, if there was a safety car this lap, these two on screen, Breno and Expert, would get a massive advantage over ACW, who just
Suspect
lose out
is
this one.
making movements. He's gotten past Tango and Boardhot. He's in 3rd on track here, and that's 4th, realistically. No pit either. Okay, so Expert comes in. Breno stays out. But Breno's doing a nice job here. Expert definitely had to pit there to cover ACW. But
I think Breno will regret not pitting that lap too. But you watch how far ACW is going to be ahead.
Oh, he's come through the last corner now.
When Expert comes out, it's going to be a big gap.
All right, so there goes ACW. He's already taken the lead here. He's approaching the first corner as Expert's coming out of the pit lane. That's 2.5 seconds at least there. We'll
see what the gap is, but the undercut here is just
4 seconds.
Massive. 4 seconds. That is a 4-second undercut. That's huge.
Just gonna note that one for my race. Not gonna lie. But yeah, if anyone from my race is watching, just stay out as long as possible. That'd be much appreciated.
Yeah, and it wouldn't have been quite as big on the lap before because they all stayed
Tango
out.
has spun as well. Tango has spun. He stayed out too long. Has he got a puncture? No.
He's got wing damage though. He's got huge wing damage. Both sides.
Yeah, you're right. Now he's going to get Expert's going to get a nice toe here. Don't know if it's going to be DRS though. It's not DRS, but so Expert, even with his pit, he's only on 12%. He's going under 10% battery there, and he still hasn't made a move. He won't be happy about this as well. Tango's still fighting for position even with that damage.
Just lets him go.
So ACW 6.1 seconds behind Suspect, and 13 seconds behind his teammate Breno, but rapidly pulling in, as we said. Be interesting to see where Breno comes out. He's coming to the pits here. Will he come out 4 seconds behind Expert as well, or it's...
yeah, I think he's going to be... I don't think it's going to be 4 seconds, but he's definitely going to be behind Expert, even though Expert was held up a little bit. The undercut is that big that it's just...
It's not...
Oh, Tango, 10-second penalty. He cut the pit lane. Oh, he must have cut the pit lane with the damage.
That wing. Yeah.
But there you go. So, similar margin, maybe not quite as big. So, I've got
not quite as big. It's 2.7.
But that's still a big gap. And keep in mind that Breno was actually ahead of Expert when Expert pitted as well. So, that's an extra second. Well. So, the undercut is just huge. I think lap 7 or 8 is where you want to be pitting. These guys took it a couple of laps too late. And Expert especially will be ruining that mistake because he's now 5 seconds behind ACW.
And Bodhod here as well. I think he's 6.5 seconds kind of behind Breno, which is a lot closer than he was. Obviously, he did pit 2 laps earlier, I think, or might have only been the 1 lap, but he did pit a lot earlier. So obviously, it's 6. What do they got to do? Like 19 laps on the mediums, I think, or something, to make it to the end of the race. Or do you think we'll see a 2-stop here? I think ACW, we'll see how he goes with these.
It's a 1-stop, especially because they pitted later. They won't be stopping again.
Yeah.
I think they pitted like 1 or 2 laps later than usual, and it's an easy 1-stop from lap 7 onwards, so they'll be fine. Yeah, you can take the mediums 22 laps, I would say, before you really start to struggle. So they are quite durable.
Lap cars for Expert, but ACW's jumped past them, so it's not gonna... ACW's picked up his penalty there. Okay. Which was bound to happen, to be fair, and I'd say it'll happen to all of them, but I'm surprised he got his before Expert, though. Yeah,
but look at the gap as well. ACW, now that he's got clear air, he's pulling away from Expert by 0.6 a second. There's a lap, sorry.
Yeah, Suspect also has picked up his penalty, so Expert without his penalty here, but only 1 warning away from it, so bound to happen, but it's getting out to 6 seconds, and in the background there, it wasn't a very good entry to that corner. He's losing more time here, but it's just that battery, like you said, Yav called. Yep. It's just too easy for ACW now. He doesn't have to watch that battery for a few laps. He can put in some absolute blinders to pull away, and that gap has crept over 6 seconds. Breno,
so we're just watching Bodhod get a move done on Ken, but those two are on alternate strategies. So Bodhod just pitted. He'll be going to the end, whereas Ken's started on the mediums, and he's got probably another 9 laps to do on them. Yeah. 8 or 9 laps. We'll see how it goes.
Another yellow sector 2. That's one of the Williams cars. I think it's James Cruz, but it's all fine now. Although, who's that? Debbie Carbon's just lost out. He did have to pit early and go onto those mediums. So I'd say you'll see him jump onto the softs a bit later as well. Pencil's come in and gone on to the hards.
Wow, hards are, he should have went mediums. Or did he start on mediums? That could have been why. I can't
remember. He definitely... Oh no, he didn't pit early. That's right, he didn't pit early.
Yeah, I think he started on mediums.
I'll double check.
Check the race director.
He started on the softs, so...
Wow, okay. That's
maybe he just didn't feel
then.
like he had it. Yeah. But he did stretch it a bit as well. He pitted on lap 10, or the end of lap 9, so definitely was long enough to go those mediums to the end.
So the question is now, can Breno catch Expert?
Yeah, and what can Aussie Suspect do once he comes in as well? Because once he has those hard softs, we can definitely tell he's got pace. And he'll come out probably behind Bodhod, I'd say, even though he just passed him before. Those tyres are going to be a lot worse.
And Aussie's in the pits now.
Oh, there you go, he's in the pits. That's a very early stop. What's he going to do here?
Early. That's too early for softs.
He's gone hard.
It's gone hard, okay.
We have seen that he's got the pace on the alternate tyres, even without it, but that's a very bold one. Obviously, chewed him up coming through the... Yeah, he's chewed him up coming through the field. He's come out just in front of Bodhod here.
Yeah.
Consolidated 4th spot from what I can tell at the moment, but I don't think he's going to be able to pull him in.
Yeah, he must have been getting a call from pit wall from the Red Bull version of Jeff that he needed to change his strategy. But yeah.
So he's probably going to be hoping for a safety car here, because on fresh tyres I think he's going to have good enough pace for a podium. Breno under 2 seconds now. Expert falling away.
Yeah.
But yeah, what can Aussie do on these set of hards? Late race pace might be alright for him, but it's a big gap there, 9 seconds to Breno.
Insulator and Big Donga as well going out. Big Donga, ooh, he's been on those mediums for 12 laps, so he might need a pit again.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have to jump in and go onto some softs, probably about like lap 20 maybe. A little bit later than that, lap 21.
Yeah, Insulator's good to the end. Tonky yet to pit as well, running in P9. Ken, another one in top 10 yet to pit. But I think other than that, I know W Carbon, I know he's pitted, but he might need to pit again. He's in the same boat as Big Donga on 12 lap old mediums. They might not go that far. Another 12 laps, that's a big ask. I never know. Could do it.
Aussie's dropped Bodhod here out of DRS, but still the gap to Breno's roughly around the same, sitting on 9 seconds there. Not too many movements, to be fair, around everywhere.
Insulator sends it on Donga, and Donga goes for the switchback. They're side by side now, going to turn 2. Coming up
Donga
to...
holds it. Oh, did he save that? He did.
Yeah, he saved that. I don't know what happened. We kind of missed it, but was there damage? Or
I don't think there is any damage as such.
No damage.
End plates are on. Yeah, it was more just one of those. Closed him out to try and keep that racing line there, Donga, I feel. But
so there was a bit of contact?
Yeah, definitely. Installator very lucky to save that one. I definitely thought he would have gone in the wall, but he'll be looking for a bit of revenge in these next laps. I'd say he's got that fresher tyres, but Donga's on another strategy, which we're just...
Yeah, I was just about to mention
definitely not going to make it to the end of the race, so he's fighting a fight that he's ultimately going to lose out to no matter what. Tango passes El Tonki.
Yeah.
I'd say he'll probably duck into the pits in the next 5 laps or so. But yeah, Debbie Carbon passes
yellow
the race,
flag.
And he's gone. Debbie Carbon.
Gone. Okay.
Maybe a bit of contact. That was it was a weird spot. He ended up in the wall there, straight across.
Damage, right side. So the number 95 Ferrari will need pit and experts penalty. There it is.
Yeah. I haven't seen Breno, to be fair, on penalties, so I'll just double check on him. Not a single warning.
Not a warning. Wow, well done to him.
So look, if he can figure out that Expert has that penalty and keep it clean, he won't even have to pass him on track. But
And we can see here debut carbon diving into the pits. He was due a pit stop probably anyway, so he might go on to another. He's going on hards actually, changing that win. So it hasn't been a great day for him, but Breno, effective P2 at the moment, but can he catch Expert and beat him on track anyway? He's still got another 11 laps to keep it clean from penalties to claim that P2.
Could have been a very different race if we saw Breno dive in in that earlier lap, hey? He'd be out in front. Probably would have lost a bit of time to ACW in terms of actual pace against him, but it would have been a fight.
Yeah, unfortunately, the guys mustn't have known, mustn't have been aware of the early pit call that the game doesn't really give you. It must be said, they don't tell you to pit early to get the undercut, but it's just so big around here, as we saw.
There we go, Ken's into pits.
I was just gonna 2 seconds, yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna make a call on Ken and see how long he was gonna go. So he should come out just about El Tonki, I think. El Tonki's pulled into the pit, so he'll come out in 10th spot there.
Yeah, and he'll be the fastest driver on track as well, you'd imagine.
Yeah, definitely. Same with El Tonki, both onto the softs. And probably going to be pushing to get back into the points there, El Tonki.
Yeah, see if he can do it.
Nice battle here between Lunacy and Dan the Racer.
Oh, it is too. Very nice. And both going to the end. Lunacy actually has the fresher tyres of the two by a couple of laps, but shouldn't be too much difference really.
Yeah, Lunacy started on that third row, I think, didn't he? So unfortunately, something's gone up and he's lost out big time at the start. I didn't actually catch what happened. It might have been a bit of contact early on, and took some damage from that collision with Donga and whoever the other one was.
Insulator's finally cleared Donga. Oh, they're still battling, but he's got him, Insulator. So Donga must be trying to take those tyres to the end. But Insulator with just superior grip, much fresher tyres. Oh. And Reedy got a 5-second penalty for
blue
flags. Yeah.
Who's that on as well? Whereabouts is he? That's on the Red Bull of
Aussie.
Yeah, Aussie. So Aussie's pulled it down 0.7, but Breno's lost out here. Something's going on with Breno in the last couple of laps because it's. What's he looking like with his? He's got no damage, so it's got nothing to do with that. He hasn't. Not that he'd really be able to hit anyone around him, but just double check. Has he picked up a warning for exceeding track limits at some point?
No. He might be cautious.
Yeah, last his times have dropped down to the 37s.
Well, alternatively, what Expert might have recovered some battery. Yeah, he has. So at the moment, Expert has much more battery. So that's what's happened. And Expert knows that now he has to clear Breno by 3 seconds because of the penalty he has to get that second place. So while they're not battling wheel for wheel, they are battling that 3 second gap, which is still a battle. Big Donga and Insulator still going at it. So Big Donga's showing some decent. Oh, and he goes down the inside. ACW's fastest lap of the Grand Prix. And Big Donga takes back P6. But I don't think those medium tyres are going to go to the end. There's another 8 laps to go, and that'll put him at 24 laps old.
What's he looking like? He's going to come out in about P12 as well, Donga.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think he'd be better off pitting now-ish, to be honest, doing last 8 laps on softs if he's got them. But I don't think
that's it. That's another thing as well.
He might not have them,
This is going to be a good battle though between them on track. Even though it might not be for position at the end of the day, it's a nice battle on track to see when everything's kind of split up apart from this.
Yeah. Oh, Insulator nearly loses on exit of turn 1. That's so easy to do. You need to get on power early to get drive, but if your car isn't balanced, like, yeah, it's so easy to lose the rear. That's actually cost him. It's dropped out of DRS, so I'm sure he'll reel him in again. But
he's pulled in 2/10 there, but it's still just it's gone back out. Obviously, Tanguo's on 3-lap fresher tyres and slowly pulling him in as well. It's down to 4.1 seconds.
Ooh.
So he's gonna have to watch that, and then obviously we've got Ken on the softs as well.
Yeah, I was about to mention Ken's gonna reel all these guys in. You would hope.
Yeah. So
it's nice. only about 8 seconds between him and Big Donga.
Yep.
So Ken could be on for a really good result here, and Big Donga's definitely not going to go the distance. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, Tango is going to be right on the back of those two very shortly.
Yeah, Insulator's losing out still on Big Donga here. Maybe he's just trying to...
Expert got another penalty, that's 6 seconds.
Yeah, he does. So he obviously pushed hard to pull away there from Breno, but that's really cost him because Breno doesn't have any penalty and he didn't have any warnings last time.
Yeah, and Donga's into the pits, so he must be going for softs here. Yeah, he is. So he's going to be very quick end of this race. He's going to keep P10.
I think he's going to come out behind
Dan.
Pencil as well. Oof. So should come out in P12. Oh no, he's jumped him. So still not too bad there from Donga. Those softs he should be able to get Dan and potentially get the fastest lap of the race if he's got the pace there. So there's still points on the table here for Donga.
The other question being if those softs are fresh, because he did start on softs, of course, starting in the top 10. Whether he even had a fresh set to use in the race, they might be second hand, which of course will take life out of him, won't be as quick as a new set.
Yeah, definitely.
But it should be able to catch Dan pretty easy. He's only 1.1 seconds away now, so see how far he gets up. Ken 2.5 seconds back from Tango, Tango hasn't really made inroads on Installator like I said I thought he would.
Yeah, now the Installator's got some clear road, hopefully. Yeah, what are we looking like in terms of... He's got a lot of battery still, and Tango's got 40%, so still a good amount to use, but...
Donga's got Dan already.
Ken... Yeah, and he looks like he's going to definitely push on here. It's under 3 seconds to Lunacy. And then that's a Haas. That's Reedy, unfortunately. There, not a very good day for him so far. Penalty there for Elton Key. But yeah, I was going to say Ken's pulled this down to 2.2 on Tango now. But
yeah,
he's still got another 6 laps to do, or 6.5 laps to do. So those tyres at the end might be a bit brisk to run on. So he's got to do all his damage early on and get in front.
Yep, you're absolutely right there.
Experts out to 11.2 seconds from ACW as well. So ACW's just really turned up the power there and down to 60%. So obviously using a bit, but still keeping it enough. Like props to him. That's really good ERS management. And end of the day, he can decide races as we've seen. Experts banking up a lot, so that's why he's dropped off the back of ACW. Maybe trying to go for a push for a fastest lap at the end of the race.
Potentially, yeah. ACW has a fast lap at the moment. Big Donga all over the back of Lunacy for P9, so should get that move done. You would expect probably in the next DRS zone. Lunacy's tyres pretty fresh though, must be said. So if Lunacy can maybe let him go, but keep with him, then he might actually be quicker.
There you go. So there's the move.
And Big Donga just did the fastest lap of the race, 35.5.
Which is what do you want there? Who else have we got that's on? Reedy's coming in for the softs, but Donga on the best looking tyres at the moment, definitely. James Cruz on 2-lap old softs. But I think you're right. If Lunacy's going to need to keep tabs on him here through this first sector, it's out to 7/10 already. He needs that DRS because once that's gone, yeah. Oh, and there you go in the background. Lunacy's just lost the rear.
Oh no.
Pushing too hard, trying to keep up with DRS there.
Yeah, maybe a bit dirty. Rejoins in 11th. Oh, but he's gone wide again. Oh, he's got damage. No, Reed goes car. That's all fine. He doesn't have damage, so just have really hot tyres for a minute or so.
Half a lap
I think.
or so. Yeah. What are we looking at? Anything sort of happening? Nothing really around.
Ken's still creeping up on the back of Tanguy, so he's.
That's going to be our next battle on track. No one's as close as that. Surprisingly, apart from Lunacy, who's slowly dropping back with those overheating tyres, that's the only battle that's under 2 seconds.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
And it's soon to be under 1 second. He's going to get DRS. No, he won't, because the DRS thing's really early here. So, won't get DRS.
Just missed out on it. It's
fine,
but
he'll make a move early on, and he's going to push on to try and catch Installator. And as we can see, 15 lap old tyres at this point for Installator, the oldest on the circuit.
Yes, they are at the moment. Yeah, but they should easily go the distance. Still another 4 laps.
Yeah,
that's all fine. Installator, I think Installator pitted at the ideal time. So, yeah, just before the softs fall off and like that window of as long as you can take the mediums kind of thing. So, yeah, he nailed that pit strategy. Ken's going to have DRS here now.
So Lunacy, something happened to Pencil there? Because Lunacy was over 2 seconds behind him and he's just jumped him, I think.
This is Ken going to make a move. We're right on board with the Red Bull. Into turn, I think that's turn 14. No, he's not going to get it done here.
Yeah, Tango definitely going to make it hard for him here, but I think you might see Ken try and go to the outside here. No, Tango stays on the racing line, smart. He'll hold on to this for another half a lap, probably until turn 1, I'd say. You'll see Ken make a move. It's a really wide line through that corner, but another ignoring blue flags there for Reedy.
Might get disqualified if he gets too many of those, but yeah, Ken
not close enough.
Not close enough.
I don't think.
No.
Gap. It's not like Tango's pushing overly too hard because he hasn't pulled in on Installator either.
Yeah, I think this is about the point, lap 7, that the softs, the best of the softs are definitely gone by now. So
well,
the mediums might actually become better.
Sorry, you go.
That's alright, the man on the move is
Big Donga.
Yeah,
down to 4.4 behind Ken.
He's only 4 lap old, so he's still got some life left in him. Whereas I think Ken's being a few laps older, so he's kind of starting to fall off now.
Looks like it's going to be
a lot closer now.
Yeah. What's his hers looking like? It's pretty low.
Tangoy got DRS though from the lap, but Ken's still gaining. Is he going to send it?
He's got it at this point. Yeah. Very nice.
Pushes him out a little bit of contact, and Ken actually doesn't get it done this time. Time running out on those soft tyres to get that move done. Really working into
Donga's place here as well. It's down to 3.6. Slowly but surely pulling this in.
Yellow flag, I think that's for Reedy. No, sorry, James Cruz.
Installator's sweet. He's going to be able to just finish in P6, I reckon, barring any penalties or any mistakes. But yeah, so there's a nice battle here. It might come down to the last lap, especially if Ken is battling with Tango. What can Donga do?
Ken needs to clear him this lap to get P6.
Yeah,
sorry, P7.
P7. What are we looking like penalties between these guys? Tango's got that big penalty from when he came into the pits.
Oh, he did too, yeah.
Ken is looking clean, one warning, and I know Dongan's got some penalties, so Ken's pretty sweet here. What's Installator got? Because the installator is also only on one warning, so there we go. Back at the front, Breno only with one warning, so although the gap is sitting about 3 seconds, as long as Breno just keeps it safe, he should be on for P2.
And Ken's not close enough yet again. So Tango just manages to get that better exit out of that last corner and just hangs on. And I think that's going to be it for on track anyway, because Ken's tyres 8 laps old now. They're definitely going to be
Donga hasn't made any moves this lap either. It's about the same, so...
I would say that
Lunacy and Pencil is the only battle, but yeah, Lunacy and Pencil, the only battle.
We'll go to that one now.
They're both on really old tyres, should both be fine, obviously, to... Oh, another penalty there for Expert, so...
Oh, dear.
I can't remember what Suspect had. Obviously trying to go for the fastest lap, Expert. So, yeah. Oh. What do we got?
Pencil and Lunacy.
Who's on the... Okay, it's just a lap car. I don't know what I was looking at then. I thought they were pulling in, but...
Oh, Lunacy very close to the back there. Pencil. Going on to pit straight. I think he'd be close enough. Let's see if he gets
should
it done.
be able to make a move here. He's running in zero still, so just trying to save some errors. Doesn't opt to go for the move.
Interesting. Maybe waiting for the straight or the last lap as well.
Yeah, that's it. Because obviously if you do overtake there and you don't make a gap through this sector, there's a good chance that you're going to have a chance to be overtaken at the end of that straight with DRS.
Yep. Excuse me. But we are on the final lap as well, so we will go back to our race leader, who has started the final lap. He's got a lap car, debut carbon in the Ferrari ahead of him, but clears him easy enough. That's Honky got a 3-second penalty then.
He's on for the fastest... Oh, actually, what was his fastest lap? I know he just set his fastest first sector ACW, but his lap time in terms of... He could go fastest lap here. It's only 0.2 slower than Donga's soft one, and he's on for a faster lap, so keep an eye on that as well. Donga's pulled Ken and Tango in a lot here, and they've still got a lap to go.
We do, yep.
Not that it means anything at the end of the day in terms of penalties, but actually it might for Donga. Donga and Tango are fighting each other for penalties here.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on that, but our race leader ACW, I'd like to say dominant display, but it really he just managed his pit stop, and once again his battery a bit better than his competition, and runs very wide in the second last corner, but he's going to come through the final corner to win the United States Grand Prix. Congratulations to ACW on yet another victory. Expert's going to cross the line in P2, but I think he's going to lose out to Breno. He does have 9 seconds of penalties. And Aussie just got 3 seconds, so that's not going to affect his race. But Expert P2 jumped by Breno on penalties. Aussie's going to come through the final corner and finish P4. Good result from him. I think that's the season best for the Red Bull. Bodhod,
yeah.
debutant in the Renault.
Pretty lonely race there in P5,
Yeah,
but obviously kept it clean and did a good job.
Installator.
Nicely, this is going to be interesting. Donga's going to have a chance into this last corner. You reckon he'll send it?
Oh, no, he didn't. On Ken. So, insulated P6. Tango across the line in P7, but Jets jumped by Ken. So, Ken P7. Tango P8. Donga P9. Dan. He should come home in P10.
I think, yeah, if he doesn't have too many penalties, he might be close to 4.5 off. So
is Pencil going to jump him? No, Pencil.
He's got a lot of penalties.
He's got a lot of penalties, and Lunacy 12. Our final driver across the line will be El Tonki on soft tyres, but well, that wasn't the most exciting race, must be said, but yeah, some interesting battles. Just the just the undercut is so strong around here that you really don't want to be made a fool of, and that's kind of what happens. Some drivers at the front losing out with big gaps. But anyway, yeah, that's been the United States Grand Prix for PS4 Global Series Tier 2. Congratulations to ACW on another victory. 1-2 for Toro Rosso, yeah, with Breno in P2 and Expert. Another podium for him, P3 this time. So congratulations to the boys there as they celebrate. Great constructors points as well for them. I think the fastest lap went to Big Donga, so he'll get an extra point for that. None of the drivers outside the top 10 electing to pit late on to steal that fastest lap. So there's your Grand Prix results. ACW Renault Expert on podium, as we said, then Aussie Suspect P4, Bothob P5, Insulate P6, Ken P7, Tango P8, Big Dong and 9th, and down the race rounds out the top 10. And then we had Penciled, Lunacy, El Tonki, Debut Carbon, Carmos, Liquida Haha, James Cruz, and Reedy P18. Then we honourable mention to BK, qualified P4, and just had some terrible luck, it must be said, with these disconnection issue, bit of a glitch, some internet problems, so unfortunate for him, but hopefully he can bounce back next week at the Canadian Grand Prix, I believe it is. So that has been round 11. Thanks for joining me, Jed.
No problem at all.
And we might see you again next week, depending on who's available and whatnot, but
that's it.
We'll leave it there. We've got another couple of races coming up in 15 minutes time with Tier 1 of the Global Series and the PS4 Elite Series as well, both at the US United States Grand Prix for those two leagues as well. So stick around for those and join in on the action, and we'll see you next week.